said I was going to finish up under the hood, the thermostat and all that before I jumped on the wiring. But after fine-tuning that carburetor warmed up, thermostat housing quit leaking. So you know what it is. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But so I climbed back under here. Something didn't look right. This has been added on. I'm not sure why. So this harness here went to, the ignition switch there. Thought that looked a little newer. They're GM ones, and then it clamps on the column. And if you look, it's all a bunch of black wires here up into a. I won't get into there so you can see it. Where's it at? Into a curve type connector that generally you would think would go over the column. So, get the light back down here. I think what I'm gonna do, I already found some crazy wires have been hacked on there, but I'm gonna do away with this. This wire, yeah, this is some sort of adapter's been added on. I'm not too familiar with 67, so I'm sure this has been added on. So I'm just gonna wire it, do away with this, wire them direct in there. And if for some reason you ever got to undo the column, wherever they got it hooked up into there, it'll unplug there. So yeah, I think there's enough wire there where I can just do away with this and get that all nice and snug and neat, and then figure out what in the world these were and why they were hacked on. And yeah, that. And I went ahead and cut the hibachi wiring for the radio. Leave the speaker wires obviously out here until I get another radio and get that figured out how I'm gonna mount it and hide them. And like I said before, this is hot for the factory radio, so I can run off that. I can find a ground bed anywhere. Still quite figured out what my little light was for, but I know one's ashtray, but I still haven't figured out what that one's for. So yep, gonna fiddle with some wires for right now until this thing cools down. So, all right, might throw some pictures, some other videos as we go. We'll see what happens. All right, instead of boring everybody with me cutting and placing in every wire, just give you a quickie. I just used the Dorman shrink tubing. I cut her down, and the little strips they give you, I pretty much cut them in half. Use these. I like these, the naked connectors. I'll crimp them. Everybody does them different, I guess. Some guys like to crimp and then solder. You see, you can see these here. I just crimp them. I give them a nice tug though, make sure they're on. But yeah, then heat them up a little lighter. I was doing these just one at a time, but I'm down to the last few, so you can see they're black. Every one of them's black on the other side, so this went straight from each pin. She used to really enjoy doing electrical work. I worked at Ford back in the late 90s. Boy, things changed. Get used to the newer cars. You get on these old ones, you almost got to stop. Hey, wait. I forgot how simple the world was, but yeah, but the newer cars, everything changes so much, so fast. There we go. Okay, who's our next victim here? Oh no, look what I did. Look what I did. See, I shouldn't have done them last three. Yeah, Yep, I took the gray instead of the blue. Darn it. Yeah, I go babbling and not thinking. It's getting late for me anyway. Getting old and tired. Hey, glad you caught that one we did. Glad we caught it when we did. Well, like I was saying a little earlier, I think this is an add-on of something. And I personally, if you ever put 8 hangers on a motorcycle or anything, you splice in, I personally would cut one here, stagger each, so you don't have a big glob. So even with these, you put them together, you're gonna be able to tell. You're gonna be able to tell. So you put a harness protector or something over it, it looks so much cleaner. Even if you want to do electrical, at least it'll be smooth. You won't have no big bulge. But they already cut these. Here, let me quit babbling for a second here. All right, light blue. Yeah, they've already cut them, so the way they did it, I really don't have no. I mean, I could, I guess there's a way to do it. I just have to. I mean, well, it's still a goofy too if I even had them on wire. But my God, look what I did there. I even forgot to put the damn shrink tubing on that one. All right, let's cut these other two. I'll go back again. Okay, this is the gray one. Some cut already. There we go. All right, that's the gray one. I just kept doing it the way I was doing it. Try to get in a hurry. I had a rhythm going. I screwed up my rhythm, so I'm sure I'm not the only one that's ever done it. So, all right. Black one. Shrink to me. Yeah, we're all bound to screw up from time to time. Screw up, just fix it and move on. Learn from our mistakes. What is on that? Piece of sticky. Something sticky. What in the world? There we go. All right, now fix my double boo-boo I did. Yeah, there should be enough there. Snip this bad boy here. Okay. So maybe we can hide my boo-boo a little bit. Reroute there. There, that won't look so bad. Almost look like I meant to do that, huh? I actually like these. He's pretty handy. Sad part is I got them on Snap-on, so another 479 payments and they'll be all mine. Which would look better? Take it up top. Yeah, I think that'll work. Because I'm gonna push it up there anyway, but that's clear on the other side. Yeah, thinking out loud, thinking out loud. Just like old Bad Chad. How many of y'all like watching him? I do, he's pretty cool. He thinks out loud. It's awesome to see somebody that doesn't, I don't know how you say it, build by the rules. He does his thing. Best part about it is he builds them for him. You know what I mean? What he wants to see, what he thinks looks cool, and that's what we should all do. Okay, that looks cleaner. Now, I'll move some of this stuff around so I can tuck that, clean that nice up, get it tucked up in there nice and neat. I gotta get out the old trusty book and see what we got going on here. Yeah, hey, at least we got one little wire fiasco somewhat taken care of, or slightly cleaned up. I might try to find, like I said, when I did under the hood, showed you guys that mesh. Here, I'll do that again. I like it. Oh. This stuff right here. It's pretty cool stuff. I mean, it's pretty clean. Not necessarily on this car, because it's kind of just, I just kind of got thrown on there and haven't really routed anything. Or, but I like it. It's kind of neat looking mesh stuff. But yeah. Put that there, and just gonna mount the gauges where that radio stuff was there, and then we'll just try to get us a knob radio. But I like find an old super tuner, or, you know, from my era. Granted, this car's older than the 80s, but actually, that is what I have in the Chevette. Get it in a little funny. Mark in here. Yeah. My very first tax return for my first job. That's the first thing I did. Bought me a, boy, I thought I was the shiz-it. Had me a Pioneer Super Tuner. But yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I'd like to find another one of these. As in for, you know, well, everybody uses their phone now, but this is probably the best $5 ever spent in my life at the dollar store. Goes in your cassette, and you got a plug in you can throw into your phone and play anything off your phone. Oh, yeah, it doesn't help when I drop the phone I'm trying to use to record with, does it? But yeah, like I said, I could like get a this old double knob Pioneer or anything. I think it'd be a lot cleaner. I'll go ahead and do away with that radio delete plate. But hey, we made a couple good steps forward though. So get a little bit of that cleaned up. Carburetor's on. The thermostat housing quit leaking. So we'll run it a couple more times and see if it doesn't start up again. But yeah, like I said, just try to find some light. Diagram didn't show me much on some of these. It's an actual old Pontiac, 1967 Pontiac manual, so yeah, we'll get there. Get some more of that done underneath. As in for the radio, I'll probably just tie up the speaker wires and the power I'm going to use. Go ahead and mount my gauges and do away with this nut. They're probably closer to spring or something like that. For probably end up doing the radio. Hey, you never know. It might change tomorrow. Might come across one tomorrow, but one step at a time. We gotta love having projects. Sometimes they're fun, sometimes it can be a pain, but she's still a pretty old car. The only downfall when I finish under the hood is I'll have to shut the hood, and well, I guess I might as well show you now. It's probably the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Somebody put some cheesy aftermarket scoop on it back in the day. It's ugly. But don't want to pop it off her till I'm ready to at least sand the hood and prime it or something, because it'll look really goofy with that big glob missing, and Lord knows what's under it. But good thing is though, whoever did it did not screw it on, beat it on. So if you look under here, she's pretty straight, so no screws, no, it looks like, I don't think it's Bondo or what they used, but let's don't bother. We definitely save the hood. That's the cool part about it, because actually these little Mons hoods are getting harder to come across. Everybody usually pitches them and puts a GTO hood on, so. But yeah, that's been the plan for the last couple of winters, is to get that off and either shoot this thing white again, or I got a black with just a hint of purple in it. And then I wanted it blue. The one my uncle had when I was a kid, it was blue. Then like the gold, which my dad had a gold one, so oh, too many decisions. Hey, we're gaining some ground now. All right, after we wired that up, just for shits and giggles, just have to double check, make sure everything's on there. Let's just make sure everything works. Never have since we've had it. I might check into that. Add that to the list of many other things to fiddle with. But yeah, turn signals, headlights, wipers. That don't seem to be working. I don't see no smoke anywhere, so that's apparently I'd say a pretty good sign. Some ground. Yeah, nothing caught on fire. The wires look better, a little better. They're running again without gagging the crap out of you with fumes. Cool. We're gaining ground. We're gaining ground. Always like to kind of motivate me sometimes, stand back, just take a look at her. Ooh, like I said before, you just cannot beat the look of anything made in 1967. All right, cool, we got there. I'm gonna have to call it an evening, so thank y'all for watching. Check back with us later. We'll gain some ground on it some more.